Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of our program Languages of the World. Here we are once again for another episode of English, and we've got some interesting stuff for you today, so I hope that you will follow us. But let me first welcome my guest, Ms. Heba. Hello Ms. Heba, and welcome to the program. Yeah, everything's fine, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay, so endangered animals. This is our topic for today.
Exactly.
So, could you tell us what is meant by endangered animals?
Actually, nowadays we have a lot of species of animals that are endangered. Endangered means they are in danger of being extinct. In danger of being extinct means that they are in danger that they will disappear forever and you will not have them anymore. Like dinosaurs, for example, they are extinct. So
They died out.
yeah, they are out. So a lot of other animals are like them. They are in danger to disappear totally. So we are talking here about them so that we don't want them to disappear. We want them to stay.
Why?
Because they are so precious, you know, like nature is so precious with everything. And whenever a species disappears, it affects all the ecosystem. Ecosystem means all the animals and plants in an area. So, and in the presentation we will see that whenever an animal disappears, or a plant, or a bird, or a fish, it takes with it about 30 other species.
Yeah.
So not only one thing extincts, but it takes with it about 30 of the other animals or plants, because they all depend on each other.
All right, so let's get started.
Yes, please. So here endangered means we are still having hope, or there is still time for them. So it is not over yet. We have hope and time. Let us first define what is the meaning of extinct and endangered and threatened and all the words that we have said before. Extinct means species of plant or animal that is no longer living. So extinct means that they will disappear forever. Endangered means they are in immediate danger of becoming extinct and needs protection to survive. So we all have to protect them to survive. Threatened means the species is likely to become endangered if not protected. So there are three stages. First, they are threatened. Second, they are endangered, means big threat. And the last stage, they are totally extinct. We hope that we work things out before we reach the second stage, which is endangered.
Are there many endangered species?
Yes, actually there are a lot. Birds, fish, and plants, and also animals. We have some
And
of
does the
them.
human being play a part in that?
Definitely, they are playing a part either directly by hunting or indirectly by deforestation, means removing all the forests, or by, you know, by putting the forest on fire by their carelessness. A lot of things. Yes, humans are the main reason for this extinction. So we will see. We have here extinct species like the passenger pigeon. You know, in the past, the pigeons that used to take the male of each or the
الحمام
nose.
الزاجل.
Yes, exactly. So this species is a kind of gonna extinct. Also, we have one of a dusky seaside sparrow, one of the sparrows. It's called dusky seaside. The last of these birds died in 1987. Sparrows lost their homes as marshes were destroyed. And by marshes means kind of green areas that these birds used to live in, but they were destroyed by the human factor or the human people. Here we have the rhino, and we are talking today about the last rhino that died today. We will later on we will talk about him. But here is the black rhino of Africa. We have some of them in our zoo, but actually they are endangered species. They are one that is getting close to extinction, so they are threatened. They are almost extinct. Some gray wolves, they are endangered most of the lower 48 states of America, so they are also endangered gray wolves. Here we have some of the sea creatures. The green sea turtle it's just a step behind endangered, so it is almost endangered, could become endangered without human intervention. In this case, the turtle is endangered without human intervention. Maybe another factor like other animals or other sea creatures eat it or something, but here we have this turtle. Yeah, the African elephants, you know, these are the beautiful elephants that we all love. Why these are endangered? Because of course poachers or hunters,
Yeah.
they cut off their ivory tusks.
Yeah.
You know, the ivory tusk is this white thing, white tooth that is out of the elephant. So people hunt them to take these ivory tusks. They are so expensive. They make carvings, sculptures or something like this, and sell them for money. So here the human factor is very important in the being threatened, in these animals being threatened. How are the species endangered? We have said that habitat loss. They lose their habitat or the place,
natural,
the natural
belong.
place or where they are belonging. And of course the human factor has an intervention in this, because people want land to build buildings and to build factories, so they burn the forests or deforest some areas. Unregulated or illegal killing or collection, something that illegal like hunting or collecting these animals, dead animals. The pesticides or the pollution, this is kind of, the pollution is something natural, but the pesticides are human-made. You know, pesticides means morbidity, right? Competition with other species. Here it is a natural thing when they are having competition with other species, so they kill each other. So this is kind of natural factor. And of course disease. As these animals, when they are sick, they don't have anybody to heal them, so they are kind of die out of disease, which is caused by pollution, by pesticides. So it's a kind of a cycle that these are the victim of. First of all, the habitat loss, for example, is because of habitat loss that spotted owls are threatened. Here we have kind of owls that spotted ones. They are threatened because of this habitat loss. Also, different aged trees like this are perfect for owl nests, food, shelter, and protection from predators. So when they take out these trees or they move the trees by burning forests, these owls can't live anymore because it is their nest, food, and shelter. Also, the old grass forests were cut faster than they could regrow. So some of the old forests, they are cut by human factor, although they could regrow, but the human factor removed them. The spotted owls is our fire alarm to the problem of deforestation, as I told you. So only the spotted owls are in danger because of deforestation, but other species could be in danger because of this factor.
So deforestation means removing the forest?
Burning forests by burning them indirectly, by carelessness, or removing them for a purpose.
Sometimes these are natural, you know, disasters.
Yes, but the human factor intervenes more. Natural disasters happened long ago, but the forests regrow because, of course, God will regrow them. But because humans build things on them and they deforest on purpose, these forests don't grow back again. Because in the burning there are some stems or something left in the land, so the forests regrow. But with the human intervention, no, they don't. So this is a human factor. The whooping cranes, a kind of bird, need wetlands to survive. But these wetlands are no more available for them to survive. Because historically the wetlands were considered wastelands, suitable only for mosquitoes and raining, because people consider these wetlands as wastelands, just for mosquitoes, and they threw any waste in it. So of course this made it a habitat loss. So wetlands are drained of all their water, causing habitat loss. So people started draining these wetlands out of the water, so of course this bird is in danger. The illegal killing here, cause of endangerment of tigers. And why they kill tigers? Because of their fur. They need the fur to sell, and it's very expensive, of course. Some of the human activities caused this endangeredness of animals. Humans are the main problem facing the endangered manatee.
And humans are the ones in charge of keeping the animals safe and out of danger.
What happens is exactly the opposite, because they are the main problem or factor facing, for example, the manatee is a sea cow. It's a kind of an aquarium creature. And by the way, this manatee was used to be considered, you know, what do we call the mermaid? They used to mistaken it for a mermaid, but it is endangered now. What they do, sometimes speedboats run over the manatees. Here they don't do it on purpose, but the speedboats run on or over the manatees and kill them. So by having fun, humans started to kill animals. Other endangered species like the butterfly, they are not mammals and birds, they are kind of, you know, butterflies, insects. Plants like insect-eating pitcher plant are endangered. We have a kind of plants, those plants that eat insects. They are also endangered. Imagine these plants are extinct, some kinds of insects will spread. So it's a kind of a natural cycle. If you endanger species, it affects other species, and this causes a lot of harm. Here the punched korik is cactus, kind of cactus, sabbar, kind of it, in the southwest deserts. It is also in danger. But in danger actually means there's still time, because all living things are connected and depend on each other for survival, as I told you.
So to keep those animals or plants out of the danger of being extinct, I guess we as humans should interfere.
Actually, yes, we have interfered as humans. Some governments built a lot of conservatories for them. So we have a lot of sanctuaries, places means mahmiyat, for these species, but not for all of them actually. For example, I don't think we have few sanctuaries here in Egypt or reservatories for them. Here, as I told you, estimated that disappearing plant, the one plant that it disappears, it can take with it up to 30 other species. One plant, when it disappears, other 30 extinct with it, because they depend on each other. Endangered species show us that our world may not be as healthy as we think. So this means that really we are not healthy as we think our planet is. Also, away from deforestation, we have the dangerous pesticide. You know, the DDT is kind of pesticide, mobile. It caused the bald eagles in America to begin laying eggs with shells so thin they often broke. How endangeredness happens? Maybe it doesn't kill directly, but it makes that when the birds lay eggs, they lay the eggs with thin shelter or thin shell. These thin shells makes the eggs so vulnerable, fragile, so that they are broken easily. Also, the pelicans, the brown pelicans, also signal the DDT alarm. So using DDT as a pesticide causes these eggshells to be thinning or thinner. Living and non-living things depending on and interacting with one another is an ecosystem. This is what we have said before, that the ecosystem is that living and non-living things depend on each other. So, in 1973, the Endangered Species Act, what happened? They made an act. It's a kind of a law was passed. It protected about 900 species of plants and animals in the USA and 530 species living in other parts of the world. So this act was passed to protect about 900 of them only in the USA and about 530 in the rest of the world.
So these are some positive steps.
Yes, of course, they have made some positive steps toward this. Also, this act made it illegal to import, export, or sell animals and plants on the list across state lines. Actually, it is mostly in the States. They made a list of the endangered animals, and they made it illegal to import or export, sell animals or plants on this list. So, and of course, every day they add to the list,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
and when we mean endangered here, we're talking about their numbers, the number of those animals,
That are
the fact
endangered.
that their numbers are becoming less and less all the time,
Exactly.
reduced.
Yes. We had recently a very sad event or sad incident of the death of the last white rhino. It died out of poor health. And here the world's last surviving male northern white rhino. He has died after months of poor health. His carers say this, that his poor health was the reason of this. Of course, he was only a male, no female, so we don't have any offsprings for him. Sudan, who was 45 years old, 45 here in animal calculation mean 90 years. Like humans. He lived at the Old Bijeta Conservancy in Kenya. He was in Kenya. He was put to sleep on Monday after age-related complications. He is 90.
And I guess
as
this
a
is
human.
recent. We've heard
Yeah,
this
very
on the
recent
news.
on the BBC. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was put to sleep. Okay, and his complications worsened significantly because of the old age. His death leaves only 2 females. He has only 2 females. His daughter and his granddaughter. This means that not having a male, they are extinct. Why is this kind of rhino so rare? Rhinoceros, of which there are 5 species, are the second largest land mammal after elephants. The white rhino consists of 2 subspecies, the southern white rhino and the much rarer and critically endangered northern white rhino. So here we have lost the last northern one. Sudan, who was the equivalent of 19 human years, was the last surviving male of the rarer variety after the natural death of a second male in late 2014.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, so as we've just seen, there are so many animals and plants are in danger of being extinct, and I guess it's our role to do our best in order to protect these animals or these plants, because as you just said, it all affects the ecosystem. All right, I'll stop here for a while and we'll go out for a break and we'll be back, so stay with us. So we're back, and I guess this is a topic that is not, let's say, common to talk about, but on the program we have a variety of stuff to talk about and discuss all the time, and this is one of our ways to introduce the language and make it more interesting, learn more vocabulary, learn more expressions, and learn how to talk about things in general. So we're still talking about endangered animals.
Yeah.
Are you yourself concerned about animals being endangered?
Yes, of course. A lot, because you know, nature is so beautiful, and if you kill or if you endanger something in it, you affect this beauty. So yes, of course, I feel sad while I'm talking now about this, actually. And by the way, as you have mentioned, by the way, this topic is not so far from our students who are watching us today, because it is in their books. You'll find now and then a subject or a topic in any book, in whether they are governmental schools or national schools. You'll find a topic here or there about endangered species. They have it in their books.
I'm talking about the fact that there aren't so many programs discussing such
Actually, we would try to discuss things related to our students, their books, the topic they are encountered to every day. And also we have to make them aware of things that maybe they don't know about. As exactly what we are going to say now. What can we do? What you can do about this?
Because humans have been so cruel to animals.
So selfish and cruel, yes. And when they go to the zoo, please treat animals well, because, you know, maybe they are endangered.
Yeah.
Maybe, yes. For example, the rhino we have in the zoo, it is one of the, by the way, the rarest animals. So we have a treasure. So try to deal with them in a nice way. So
The
what?
animals
Yes.
are
Yeah.
cute, creatures.
Some are predators, but they are part of our nature. So what you can do as a person, first get educated about local endangered species. Here, for example, in Egypt, we have to learn what species are endangered in our area. Okay? Visit a nearby national wildlife refuge or nature center. By the way, we have some refuges here. Maybe not for animals. I know there's one in Deglan, and it is for plants and rocks. Some rocks are endangered too. We have some national wildlife refuge in Egypt, some of them. We can visit them. We can volunteer for helping in these refuges. Don't buy species illegally taken from the wild. For example, don't buy fur. Don't buy the products that come from these rare animals.
All right, so you talked about one animal that they put to sleep.
Yeah, the
like,
rhino.
was that like kind of mercy killing?
Kind of mercy killing. It is not dead by itself. They put it to sleep because he was in pain. And it is merciful because they don't want him to be in pain for a lot of time because he's not gonna recover. So they just put him to sleep to
so as not to feel more
not
pain.
to suffer. Yes, not to suffer. And there is no hope because of old age and complications. So, like for example, sometimes when you have a horse or a dog that is so suffering, they put it to sleep.
Yeah.
In a merciful way.
Yeah.
And
All
people
right.
also,
this is called
some people.
mercy killing.
Some people,
Yeah.
yes, some people. Not in Egypt, I don't think we have it in Egypt, but I think outside, abroad, they put some people to sleep when there's no hope and they're so suffering.
But perhaps this is a thorny issue because
Because here maybe it is illegal.
Could be, not religious.
Religious
as well.
for us, yes, but it is a term and it is used worldwide, either on humans or animals. Yes.
Yeah. All right. We don't have much time to go, but so just
fine.
tell us
Well, again, our subject today was about the animals that are they are threatened because there's few numbers of these animals, and of course, some animals don't reproduce a lot in a short time. Maybe they have a long time to reproduce other offspring, so they are kind of rare. So these animals are first threatened. Then, if they are fewer, they become endangered. And then, if something happened, because the old rhino or Sudan was sick, so maybe the animals get sick, so this will make them more endangered till to the limit that they are totally extinct, like the dinosaurs, as we said, like the mammoth. You hear about the mammoth, the first version of the elephants. It is also extinct.
Yeah, I guess now it's it's time that we, start giving more attention to this global problem, actually, and try to raise awareness so that everybody knows that they could play a role in the extinction of an animal or a kind of plant. So this is really so important. I'd like to thank you very much, Ms. Heba, for being with us and for this interesting topic.
Yes,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you everybody for watching us. We'll be meeting you again inshallah next week. So until then, have a wonderful time. Bye.